Hi, it's the Maz and Mo show. How's it going, Maz? What are you thinking?
Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy.
What's
How
up?
are we celebrating now?
To be
I was
honest,
already in the festive mood.
I'm finding it hard to find an excuse not to. To be honest,
It goes
yeah,
against your personality.
it
It's,
does. You know me, I'm pessimistic all
yeah,
the times. But uh, it it I mean, speaking about the Liverpool match, I thought we were too relaxed, as you said. I think first half we showed a bit of intensity, a slight bit, but then second half, especially after the changes, and I'm surprised I'm saying this because the first two changes, Jota was one of them, and I didn't think Jota did enough. I don't like his body language on the pitch. Um, I can't give him a rating more than five in this match specifically, but you know what I mean, right? We were too relaxed first half. Second half, we kind of after the changes, we just threw it away. I feel at certain points, I thought the changes worked in West Ham's favor, really.
yeah.
And then yeah, what's your take? Do you think I'm making sense?
So we decided to start with the Liverpool match.
I'm sorry. It's the only match today that means anything, really.
Well,
I'm
there are a couple of matches really interesting. I mean, Tottenham and United, four
yes.
goals both. Probably we need a special episode on United.
We said that. We always keep on saying this, and you know what? I think you can never stop talking about both teams, both Tottenham and United. I think. Well, okay. Let's start with this then. Let's start with the rest of the matches and then get back to the important one. Which I believe in this case, the important one is the Newcastle United game because I really enjoyed that one way more than the West Ham one. So let's
Yeah,
start with the first match today.
I enjoyed it a lot. That's an understatement also for one.
Yes, yes.
It could have been 6 or 7 easily.
Easy.
They didn't,
If Newcastle had the took their chances first half, definitely. Definitely.
but
Okay.
again, let's go back to the big question. With everything said, United is not a bottom of the table team. I don't care what the fans says that okay the players are not good enough. Yes, they're not good enough to be in the top four, fighting for trophies, but they are not that bad. I would say they have a team that should be seventh, eighth, something like that. But to be in the 14th, no, I don't believe Amorim is the right manager for them. Yes, you can give him 300 million and he goes he goes to build a team, but that's not going to happen. For me, a manager is successful if he can get the best out of his players. This system doesn't work. It's not me saying that. It's not you. Everybody's saying that he doesn't have the right players for it. Insisting on it, being delusional that you're making a progress, but you're not. This is the biggest problem. And the fans who turned against Ten Hag, and he was rubbish, but they turned against him, and he was like, okay, seventh, eighth, that's the worst which would happen with Ten Hag. They're okay with the 14th now. 7 2 years next season will be better. Okay, so you believe that if you have a team languishing in the 14th place, suddenly you will be a title contender a year after. Is that how it
Well,
works?
no, but I think what happened with Leicester, you can say that, right? But the thing with Leicester is the manager that came in had an idea, put the plan down, got the best out of his players for one full season, okay, and then um managed to win something. Now, what saving grace for United? They're still in the Europa League. If they win that, they can't say it's a bad season. I mean, it's a bad season. Don't
No,
get me wrong, but
it's a good
it's
season
a
if they win the Europa League because
exactly
they'll be in
that's
the
what I mean.
Champions League.
I mean, bought Ten Hag, what's it called? An extension, right? Winning the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, although they were shit.
I don't.
So
Yeah, I hear you. You're right. It will buy him time, definitely. But is he a good manager?
no, he is a good manager, but is he a Premier League manager?
Yeah, but
That's the question. Is he the
listen.
right man for United at
No,
this point?
we don't know if he's a good manager or not. Look, there are certain managers. For example, sorry, I don't know what's his name. The Atalanta manager. He's been
Oh
with them
yeah,
for
yeah,
like
yeah.
8, 9 years. They're good. They're punching over their weight, but
Much
it's still a
way
big,
over.
it's still a big question mark. If he leaves Atalanta and goes to another place, would it be a success? I don't know.
I don't know. Don't know.
Same with Amorim. Look, he took Sporting Lisbon. He made something. He not made something out of them. They were already a big team. He brought them back into the mix. He won a couple of trophies there. They were a solid team, but that's the only experience does he have. Same with Slot. You can say he won the Premier League. We can argue: was it Salah? Was it Luck? Was it Allison? Was it him? Was it Klopp? It's a mix of everything. But it was a gamble when you bring someone
Of
who has
course.
experienced only success with only one team, and this is what Amorim had. Now, uh, he's a good manager. I don't know. I don't really think so. I do believe that if you're a good manager, you should be able to change your system. That's what Guardiola does. That's what Klopp did. Remember when we started with Klopp, we ended with a totally different system. This is the traits of a good manager. He plays to the maximum of his players, not the otherwise. Not the otherwise. It doesn't work with United. This system with three defenders, I don't know what is the system. It doesn't work. Okay, go and buy another couple of defenders and another attacker. And who says it's gonna work again? So you're starting not from scratch. You're even below.
Well,
Sacking Ten
uh,
Hag was a mistake.
Maz, I think first of all, sacking Ten Hag, I don't think was a mistake. The problem is choosing the person to be a successor needs to be thought of properly. Now, we jumped the gun on him. We as Liverpool jumped the gun on Amorim, and I was surprised to be honest. But now I kind of see why. The the issue I have with all of this is I expect when a new manager comes in, things change. I mean, um, when I say things change, that he does at least a slight bit better, at least show a bit of character a bit on the pitch, at least show fight on the pitch. Now, when Klopp came in October, I remember, okay, after what's his name, Brendan Rodgers, and it's everyone said it. It's like he had a magic wand. The players all of a sudden became way better than they were. Okay, I remember one of them was Firmino. Firmino was a shadow. I mean, it was like one day you woke up with Rasmus Højlund. The next day you've got Cristiano Ronaldo. You know, that's how big a change in my books. He became the best player on the pitch. Coutinho became way better. Henderson, Milner, you name it. Every single player became better.
Yeah.
And then the results start to happen. Okay, we were gifting away goals, but still we were scoring. We were more
Yeah,
attractive.
no,
The
I
pattern of
hear
play
you.
was
Yeah,
beautiful.
we reached
Here,
two finals that season.
exactly in
Yeah,
the
we
same
we
season
finished
with a
outside top four, but we reached two finals. I remember that.
exactly.
But it's not fair to compare him to the likes of
No,
Klopp
no,
and
no. I'm
Guardiola.
not comparing. I'm just
Uh,
saying that there should be a
now,
jump.
nowadays, managers, yes, in the first 2 or 3 matches, I remember the players were pumped up and they were running everywhere. They were putting the effort in. But again,
It was
this can
Ipswich, Mazen. It was Ipswich
this
1-1. He drew
this
with
this can
Ipswich.
this can buy you time, but for how long? The system is not suitable, neither to the Premier League nor to your players' strengths.
I agree.
Insisting on it week in, week out. And then the thing is that it baffles me, and this is also for the United fans. I mean, what low level you're going into, because a manager comes and he says, this is the worst period in the history of Manchester United, the modern history of Manchester United. We need to start all over again. United was bad, but not on that level. They were not
Yeah, they were.
Leicester.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
not. They were not Everton, and even Everton are better than them now. So to come to ignore everything, yes, they had a lot of deadwood. They still have a lot of deadwood in their team. They were not good in the league, a cups team, let's say, but they were not that bad. What you see is now is
No,
it's a joke. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I would guess other rival fans are enjoying it. But the United fans, I mean, they're stuck into a place. I don't know. Shall they turn against him? No. Let's turn against the owners. But to be honest, the owners paid all these hundreds of millions to buy the players,
I. This
which
is where
you,
I. Yes,
which United fans were
good point.
waxing on themselves. You know, when they bought them. Remember all the fuss and
Oh my God,
every
Rasmus
single player.
Højlund, the t-shirts and
Every single player they bought was, like a
it's
festival,
been.
just to praise
Yeah,
that player. Now it turns out no, oh, they're shit.
3 goals, Maz. 3 goals. It's embarrassing. He's
Yeah,
got 3 goals this season. I mean, we're unhappy with Darwin Nunez, and he scored more than him. Okay, he's playing in a better team, but whatever. For me, I expect the new manager to come in to do a slight bit better, at least, than the manager before him.
he's
And Ten
done
Hag,
way worse.
what I mean, you can't. How many games has he played? They checked it, and I believe he has half of what Ten Hag did in his in the same number of matches. Half the amount of points, maybe even less.
Yeah,
Okay, and that to me is worrying. But you know what? I don't know why I'm complaining. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I
I'm
mean,
enjoying it
today
too.
after the Liverpool's game, which kind of had me going for a few minutes, but watching United, it was like watching a really good TV show,
Now we
a
can do
comedy.
episodes on the United.
I
Anyway,
swear I can
uh,
keep on talking about them. Yes,
we'll have a special episode on them at the end of the season.
yes,
Then then
100%.
then we'll be able to see how far would they reach in the Europa League. Again, if they win it, in my books, that's a success. They can go and rebuild their team in the summer with the money that is projected from the Champions League. If they don't, that's a huge ask. They
There's not
put
many
themselves.
teams. There's not many good teams out there, really. I mean, not like last season when you had Atalanta at their best. Anyway, it is what it
Yeah,
is. I mean,
yeah.
but still 4-1 to me.
No,
It,
it's
it
it's it's not only the forward, the manner of
exactly
the
they
loss
did
is
nothing.
shambolic.
They
Now,
did nothing.
having said that, Tottenham, I think Ange is on a borrowed time. He's a dead man walking.
Oh,
Uh,
I swear. He's been
it's
like that for a while, but
Yeah, I think
especially today.
it will be till Thursday night. Once they're officially out of the Europa League,
Yeah,
then that's the end
that's
of
it.
the road
There's no
for him
point
because
keeping him. No,
no,
there's no point keeping him. Another guy that doesn't want to change things. Look, he started off really well, but
true.
then the injuries
Yeah,
maybe
the
he
injuries.
has an excuse, Maz. He's got an
Yeah,
excuse.
yeah, he's got an excuse, but look, it can take you so far. The excuse. I mean,
It's true.
yes, to that level. I mean, to they're 15th now, right? They're 15th.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
And if it wasn't for that cushion of theirs, which was the start of the season, they
yeah,
they'll be in relegation battle, definitely.
he's also one of the guys who resist change. Uh, you're not going to win anything by playing, especially after 2 years. Everybody knows how Tottenham plays. There's no surprises there. Even when they're playing the full strength, everybody knows how they play. And this will happen also with United later on, uh, if they get it right. I do,
If
but the problem is that with Tottenham, it's a little bit deeper than United. It's even worse than United because at least in United there's still a culture of winning. They've won
true,
the FA Cup last year, the Carabao Cup before. They're used to winning cups, so that plays a role. I mean, United is turning similar to Newcastle. ages and ages without winning a trophy. Uh, and by the way, it's not going to change unless the management change. They got a new sporting director recently. The guy from is he the guy from Atletico Madrid?
Something like that. I don't know. To
So
be honest, I
maybe
don't really
that
care.
that that will change things. But again, those two are the falling giants of the. They used to be called the top six, the big six.
Well,
Yeah,
it's back to the big four at this point. I mean, again, you got to give him credit. Well, Ten Hag, you know what? When he left, I told him the guy's a serial winner. I don't care what you think. To me, he won two trophies at United. Not many have. Ollie didn't win anything, did he? No,
no, no, he didn't.
and neither did what's it,
No,
Ragnick.
but Oli,
Neither
Oli,
did
Oli got them playing decent football at some parts
they. Yes, the first,
of the season.
especially when he first came in.
Yeah,
Anyway, Tottenham for me. Postecoglou's not gonna last long, and if he
no,
does till the end of the season, definitely
no,
it's just because they can't find a replacement, nothing else.
no, it doesn't
They'll
make sense to get rid of him now. I mean,
No, it doesn't. I
it's a
would
lost
finish off
case.
the season, try to find someone throughout this
Yeah,
period of time because who are they gonna pick? They're gonna pick what's his name, who replaced Conte, right? Or I forgot his name. Anyway, Madison, whatever his name is.
I don't know if there's
Yeah, the
anyone
player, the
available. I
ex-player.
mean, it's Tottenham and United. They've tried so many managers. There's a
Yeah.
shortage in the market now because of
Yes, I
them.
swear. I swear.
They
You know what?
they
Thank
consume
God.
managers like we consume Coca-Cola.
Yes.
It goes by. It brings us to the last game before the Liverpool, which is the Chelsea. Chelsea is kind of a puzzle. I myself, I don't know what's going on with them. They started the first half brilliant. I was a little bit worried. Decent team, well organized, dominating, playing good football. Suddenly, they stopped playing. It's not okay. They went out of steam and they stopped playing. Simply, they stopped playing. And you see them. They have this odd match where they really play well, and the rest you see these lapses of concentration. Same what happened with Ipswich. They were not really focused. Top two goals.
But one
They
of the
came
goals
back.
was a wonder goal. You can't blame anyone for that goal.
Yeah, yeah,
The second
but
one.
I would think that it would be an easier ride, especially with Ipswich
Of
practically losing
course.
any hope, and to end up with winning a point, that's not good enough. I still believe they're going to be in the top six. I still believe they're going to clinch the Champions League spot, but for me, it's just a puzzle. Is it because too many players? Is it because many core players? Is it because I don't know what's it with them because you can never get a prediction correct with Chelsea.
No.
They are focusing on the I can't say they are focusing, but they will win the Conference League.
What do you mean? They should do it blindly,
Yeah,
without with blindfolds on. They should win
no,
that cup.
because they rarely played with the best team in that competition, and this shows you the third competition how ridiculous it is
I
in
think
Europe.
it's just bullshit. Yeah, but
They
it gives
lit.
the it get well. The problem is Chelsea shouldn't be in that competition, really,
No,
right? I mean,
no,
it should have been Fulham, Brighton, or
no.
someone like that, and even they could have won it. Chelsea. By the way, I'm really surprised. Maresca was brought Leicester up
Yeah.
to the Premier League, and then he leaves them in the summer to for this adventure that he's going through at the moment. I think the fans are kind of turning on him at this point. I think the players definitely aren't giving him 100%.
Well,
And it scares me, this.
Chelsea
Player
fans,
power scares me. It's happening at United, it's happening at Tottenham, and now at Chelsea.
this is why you need a manager who can get the players all on the same page. By the way, Chelsea fans turning against anyone is not really
I
a
know, yeah,
surprise. I
it's
mean,
very easy. It's
these are
very easy.
plastic fans. Look at City fans. I mean, they turned against Guardiola and he bought them everything. He put them.
Exactly.
This
What do you
is
mean, Real Madrid fans? I
yeah,
have Real Madrid fans that turned against, and I'm like, guys, he won you all these trophies,
yeah,
and at least when he's having a bad season, and it's not really a bad season,
no.
you give him. I mean,
Probably, look, well, let's put it this way. Probably because Guardiola and Chelsea's manager are Spanish, so the fans are trying to be Spanish also. You know, the Spanish fans, they turn against anyone after
I know,
a match or
but
two.
Maz, they should shut the up because
No,
he's won you all these trophies. That's it.
yeah,
So
but
one bad season, you forget everything.
this is how it is in Spain. Everybody
Oh my
knows it.
God.
So
Oh my God.
probably that's a compliment for the City and Chelsea fans. They're
Yes, I
Spanish now.
believe it is.
They're
Yes.
Spanish. They're
Yeah.
they're they're
And please
European.
tell us we're wrong, please.
Okay, this brings us to the ultimate Liverpool and Wolves.
I've got a few questions for you, buddy. Okay. First of all, not a bad first half.
The first
Not
half
a bad first half.
was decent. I would say it was a
Was
decent
yes,
half.
exactly. That's what I meant. First half was decent. The only hiccup in it, in my books, was Jota. I didn't like the body language, Maz. I mean, I
Yeah,
wish there was a camera just on him, just to prove my point, because I left you know me, I get really, when I put someone in my head, I kind of focus. I left the game, I just looked at Tim. I wanted to see something good, specifically the second half. His body language was not right. The pressing was all wrong. Okay. You can see Luis Diaz burning calories like crazy just to get to certain situations where he makes someone make a mistake. Jota wasn't like that. Mo Salah, same thing. I think he was man of the match in my books. For today, out from Liverpool, it was Alisson and Mo Salah were the standout performers. Gravenberch, outstanding. First half specifically, beginning of the second half, and then he died off. I think all of them died off really, besides Alisson and Salah.
yeah.
But your take on this? Why do we always get only one half?
But this game is a little bit different. I would love to put the blame on Arsenal because they're not pushing the boys enough.
I swear that's what I said yesterday.
Every time, like we're under pressure, the Arsenal guys say, you know, guys, okay, take it easy. We're gonna drop some points. Take it easy.
Exactly.
No pressure,
Exa
please. No
exactly.
pressure. No, don't bother. No, don't bother. We're gonna lose. We're gonna devour. No,
Guys, yeah, just calm down. Just calm down
we're
and
gonna
book
win
your
it.
vacation. Exactly. That's what they're telling us because I wanted Arsenal to win yesterday.
Yeah,
Believe it or not. Because I want to see our boys, what would they do and
yeah,
as a response. And sorry, they threw it away. I mean, it's worse than Liverpool almost throwing today's game away. So we go 1-0 up, we're cruising, there's chances, and then second half comes in, we make the changes,
yeah.
and then we
J-
play into West Ham's
Look,
hands.
they're cruising. You said it. They're on the relaxed mode. They don't have anything to play for apart from finishing the season. In the back of their head, despite what they say, they've already won it. They know it. 9 points from the last 6, 7 games for them. It's easy peasy. Uh, Rightly so in a way. But again, football is a dangerous game if you play with that mentality. We nearly paid the price for that. Although, even if it was a draw, I don't think it would have been the end of the world. It's still 11 points, still 6 matches.
Yeah, but it gets back to in the back of your head, like
Yeah,
a loss and then a draw in games that you should be winning.
but it,
Um,
it just it just goes to show you. I think it's a blessing in disguise in a way,
yes,
because now at least Slot and everybody sees how good
where the
this team
cracks
is.
are. Yes.
There is a need, an urgent need for a rebuild. The transition season, which everybody thought will be last summer, it will happen this summer. I would certainly expect at least 4 new starters to be bought.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
we've touched
I'm
upon
not
this.
going to
Yes.
talk about Jota, uh, only that he's gone. Nunez is gone. It's really obvious. They're gone. They're not going to stay in the summer. Uh, Diaz is also one of the guys. I think
Unfortunately,
he'll be gone. There's
yeah.
no new offer on the table. I think the manager trusts Gakpo, although I'd love him to stay, but he's one of the guys who's gone. Now, uh, going back, we need a defender. Van Dijk cannot sustain playing 2 matches per week for the next 2 seasons. He's not that guy anymore. His age is kicking. We need to be realistic with managing his time. We need another center defender, someone we can trust. Gomez is not going to be the starter. He's an injury prone also. Konate also. So we need one or two defenders. That's an area we have to look at. I'm not going to pick on players, but Tsimikas is gone. Robertson, the bet will be on the bench. He's way past his best. He won't. We won't win anything with this defense as it is now.
No,
Uh,
no,
I
unfortunately, no.
I thought we were very lucky that we had Klopp at that time and we got McAllister. Otherwise, we'd have never got him. Maka is the engine. Gravenberg is great, but again, I think it's a bit too early for him to be playing 2 matches per week constantly. So another one to help him. That's an area to look at. Uh,
And he can always play a more attacking role, really.
yeah,
Bring a holding midfielder and spice it up ahead in front of them.
Yeah, the way Klopp, the way sorry, Slot plays is always with two defenders in front of the defense, two midfielders, holding midfielders. So it's
Yes,
probably that was the idea from Zubimendi. I think the idea was Zubimendi and Gravenberg and McAllister in front of them. Zubimendi can't pass the ball well, and he's a holding midfielder. So both of them will cover for each other, and McAllister will have the privilege of going ahead. And we've seen McAllister. I mean, when he shoots, when he goes to the final third, he's also
exactly.
dangerous. But we keep on pushing him back because, unfortunately, Szoboszlai is ineffective. He runs his socks off, but
Well, I liked him when
he's
he came on. I liked him
he
today when he came on. He kind of
me
stabilized the ship a slight bit. Okay, the goal was scored after he came on, but um,
he's
he
I
was doing
think
the running that Jota wasn't.
he needs to work on himself. I mean, for a midfielder who plays mostly in the final third, I would expect more shots on the target. I would
100%.
expect the final touch to be better. I would expect more assists, but this is not happening. Stats don't lie. The guy works, but same as Darwin Nunez.
I
They
know I
both
can't.
they both
That's
they both work. But the
Yeah, but
problem is that
Szoboszlai works a lot harder.
the problem is that Nunez plays in a position where his mistakes and faults are, glorified on the social
Exactly.
media.
Yeah, true.
Szoboszlai it goes under the table because he's a midfielder. So if
Yeah,
he
that's
doesn't
true.
score, okay,
Someone else will make up for his mistakes. Yes,
yeah.
that's true. That is true. What about Allison's display?
It gets me back to the question: why did we buy another goalkeeper?
I no idea. No idea. I mean, he saved our asses today, and even the
The
goal, he
guy,
had nothing to do with it.
look,
Okay.
the guy is the best in the world.
I swear to God, you're right. No, no,
He's the
today,
best.
three incredible saves. I mean,
He's
he's huge when he comes out. You
yeah,
don't think he is, but he's huge. His shoulders become like double the size. I swear. It's amazing.
yeah,
I mean, you're
yeah.
talking Bowen against him one on one.
Yeah, yeah. Look, the guy is irreplaceable. Kelleher is good, by the way. He's very
No, no,
good.
he's good.
I like
Yes,
him.
he's good. Yes, I
But
agree. But
Alisson is a
not at
step
his level at this
higher.
point. Yes. World
So
class. I mean, when
yeah,
you put world class
yeah,
against someone, he should be the best of the best, right?
yeah.
And believe me, today there's a couple of saves that he made. My God, I'm really surprised. They had their chances, West Ham. Let's give credit to West Ham. They had their
Especially in the
chances. The
second
game
half.
plan
Yeah,
worked. At some stages, the second half, we were under fire. What pissed me off, I was listening to the commentators, like, why Yasser Gahtani? Sorry, I don't rate that guy very much, but he said that, why did you take Jota off? And I'm like, mate, because he saw what we
well,
saw, apparently.
I'll give you an advice. Stop listening to these Arab commentators. That 90% are just rubbish. Just
Oh
because
my
being
God.
just because being an ex-player doesn't mean you can
No,
read
no, you know
the
what you're
match very
saying.
good.
Yes.
No,
And
no.
then,
I agree with you. The I don't know why we stopped playing in the second half. Was it something in the team thought like we took it for granted? Slot wasn't quick enough to change the system. Still baffles me that he doesn't trust Chiesa. I thought that he would put Chiesa on instead of Jota. It would have been better. Uh, leave leave
Salah
Diaz,
on.
leave Salah on. Gakpo is great, but to put him with Diaz in the same team,
It's not
sometimes it
working.
works, sometimes not.
It's not
Uh,
working. No.
Chiesa proved every time he came on, he created or did something for the few minutes he got.
Yeah.
Probably the
Yes.
only match which he didn't perform was the FA Cup with Plymouth, but that's not a barometer to measure if he was
Well, he
good
was
or not.
surrounded by Jota. I mean, come on. It's like an infection.
No, so let's see who they're going to buy. I expect Chiesa to leave also because I really didn't
Yeah.
play much for a guy of his caliber. I would play way much more minutes than he played. So probably he's one of the guys who's going to leave.
I think you're right. Well, look, we're gonna have a proper episode about this in the summer.
Yeah,
When
definitely.
when the news start to bubble up and we talk about this. Um, so do you think slot mistake? Do you think it's the players too relaxed? What do you really think? I mean,
It's
sorry, Maz, I have to bring this up, but the
look,
goal was
look.
embarrassing.
It's a mix. I mean, the goal was coming.
No,
The
no, we know
goal
the goal was coming,
the goal
but
was
the way
coming.
it went in, if it was like
It's
Mohamed Kudus doing some magic, I would have accepted it. But the it's like two defenders. First of all, you said it. Why was Robertson there? Second of all, for Van Dijk, why would you be kicking
Van
it in an
no
area that you don't know what's behind you? You
Van
should be
well
kicking it the other opposite direction,
well he couldn't get to the opposite direction. He kicked it to the other side, knowing that or assuming that
assuming would be the right word.
Robertson would be there in
Yeah,
that position. He didn't think that Robertson was so close to him, and this is not the first time with Robertson. The guy he plays with his hearts, but why are you like half a meter away from Van Dijk?
it's because of what you said earlier, Maz.
His positioning. I mean, yeah, it's sad to see how sometimes. Having said that, by the way, Van Dijk had an off day today, the
Oh,
whole
of
match
course.
from the beginning.
Of course.
But thank God he got this chance of redemption. He scored the goal, and by the way, even for the goal, I mean, the ball fell on his head. He didn't even jump.
He didn't even move. He
It
didn't move.
fell
He was
exactly on his head
stationary. I
into the
think one
goal.
step, and the problem is it hit him perfectly on the head.
Yeah, yeah, it
He
went
just
into the
had to
goal.
do just had to do this.
Yeah, yeah. The
And
delivery from Maka was perfect, and the guy just stood there. Top goal.
yeah, yeah. It was. You know what? I was really pissed off. And once the only redemption or the only good thing that I can say about what happened today was that the minute West Ham scored, our
Yeah,
boys woke up.
yeah.
It was
It's
like
like it's like
we're
a
not
slap.
throwing this away, not
Yeah,
today. Okay.
yeah,
And it was like a great chance from Gakpo and another one from Luis Diaz, and then the goal came in. It was all McAllister. I'm sorry, I'm not giving this to Slot. He had nothing to do with that goal. I think it was the players feeling the responsibility, and especially Maka. He did that nice foul that he took the ball away and then got the corner and then got the second corner. It was all him.
yeah.
And I accept one thing from Van Dijk's horrible performance today. He was kissing the badge. He won me over.
It means a lot
He
to him.
really won me over with that one.
It means a lot to him. I think tomorrow will be the announcement, the extension of his contract. Also, it's done
Yeah,
and
that'll be
dusted.
good.
So that's good. Uh, it leaves us with. Have you seen Trent on the bench?
Yes, you know what? When they popped up the image of him and Nunez, I was like, goodbye,
Yeah, but
goodbye, and go good
one
riddance.
one is supposed to be the scouser whose dream was to captain Liverpool. I mean,
Maz,
how
this is
sad
not you and me. This is not you and me
how
anymore, you
sad
know?
how sad it is that money really plays that role.
I don't
Salah,
think it's the money or anything else.
then it's
He
the
could have got
delusion.
the same amount here. We know that his
Look.
contract is not.
I think
It's that shitty
he
bonus that they give him.
no, not only the bonus. I think he's either really clever that he knew staying in the Premier League and how fast it is, he'll be exposed probably week in,
I
week
think
out.
he's been exposed already,
So,
Maz.
I know everybody knows the Spanish league is a bit more relaxed, bit more tactical. It's not as fast as the Premier League, especially when you play the bottom teams. The You can play a lot with those teams. You can have the freedom. The Premier League, you can't do that.
No,
You just
you have to be on your toes every
if
single match.
and if you fail to focus for a minute on the wrong position, you concede. This is how simple it is. Whether it's against, we've seen
I
it with
mean, look at
Luton.
Liverpool today.
Yeah,
Look at
no,
Liverpool today.
we've seen it. And by the way, West Ham is the 16th in the Premier League, so you've seen it.
Exactly.
You don't focus. That's it. In Spain, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. At least not that often. So maybe he's smart enough. He said, you know what? Let me go there. I'll live beautifully, sunshine, play less,
The weather's better.
earn more,
Yes.
something like that.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah.
he should have came out and said it.
I don't mind. I
Yeah,
don't mind. Coutinho is the only player that left Liverpool that I wasn't really pissed off. Why? Because he got, first of all, we sold him. And second of all, he said, it's my dream to play at this club. Go.
yeah. The Coutinho thing. We're not going to talk about it now, but I didn't like the way he stopped playing. The last 2 weeks in August, he said I have a
Yeah, that
back
we,
injury because he
yeah,
wanted
that
to force a move.
was,
And then
yeah,
when the club said no, you're not moving anyway, suddenly first week in September he played. Simple as that.
yeah,
So
yes.
I get it. If you want to move, you can hand in a transfer request. You can put any pressure you
He's
want.
not a Liverpool
Uh,
fan anyway, so yeah, but still, I appreciated it. I didn't appreciate the Torres one. Um, but anyway, I don't know, man. I was really pissed off today. I was sweating
nah,
bullets after that goal went in, and you know what? It was coming anyway. It's just the manner of the goal that pissed me off. Eventually, they made me happy. You know, they want. I feel it's like, guys. You know, you won it from December. Just spice it up a slight bit. You know, make it entertaining for the fans.
yeah,
And to be honest, yes, I cheered for the second goal way more than the first. I
yeah,
have
yeah.
to
Me
be
too.
honest.
Me too. Me too.
Do you think Salah's up for the for breaking a record?
I think so, and I hope so.
I mean,
Well,
he's three
he
goals
broke
away, three assists away from breaking the record.
breaking that record, but he already broke the record of the most combined goals and assists. He's on 45 now, I think, something like that.
Oh, really?
That's he broke that record, so that record is for him. The other one is an individual one, I think, and I hope so. He will break it. He's 3 goals away from it, or
Yeah.
at least 2 goals away from tying it with Thierry Henry, which is an achievement. I mean, Thierry Henry.
One of the best players to
Yeah,
ever be seen on in the Premier League. Yes, I like him. I like Terry Henry a lot, but we'll talk about him at
yeah.
some point. So what about the goal scoring record?
I don't know.
No,
I
it's
would
too
love him.
far.
Yeah, I would love him to have the Golden Boot, but
What is it? 27 he's got,
yeah,
and 36 is the number.
yeah, that's
The Golden
a bit,
Boot is
yeah,
his.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong. The Golden Boot is his.
No, I hope so. I hope
I mean,
so.
Isak didn't score today.
No,
He's the closest.
I hope so, and I think he's aiming to break into the top three in the Premier League. He's not far away. He's a few goals away from Sergio Aguero, and he's not really far away from the top three from Wayne Rooney. Rooney is number three. He's not far away from him. I think
No,
catching Alan Shearer's record is a bit tough. It's a
no,
big ask, but
he's gonna need 2 seasons like this one.
yeah, but squeezing into the top three, I think, yeah, he can do it. 2 seasons with Liverpool, the same what he's doing, I think yes, and he deserves it.
Oh yeah, I mean today I was telling
Uh,
my kids they were talking. Oh, but you're being too harsh on Nunez when his image popped up, and I
yeah,
I told them, all right, he's been here 3 years, and
he's
I
done fuck
asked,
all. No,
he's got 25 goals in 3 years for Liverpool. Mo
yeah,
Salah has got 27.
yeah. Well,
So sorry,
buddy,
those numbers are.
don't waste your energy on Nunez and Jota. They're gone.
Yeah, no, no. I
Just
think
enjoy the
yeah.
remaining 6 matches. They're gone.
I'm trying, Maz.
Uh,
I'm
they're
honestly
gone.
trying.
They're gone. I would have been pissed off if we've lost the league because we could have easily won it. But we're winning it, so they will walk away with the Premier League medal, by the way. So something they can proudly say we've won it. Who cares after 50 years about what they've done? I mean, for their grandchildren, oh,
No,
Grandpa
no,
won the
no,
Premier League.
no. Of course, and you know what? Darwin has won the Charity Shield and the Carabao Cup, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah.
came in last year, was it, or the year before?
Yeah, the Premier League is
No, 3 years now. He's been
not
here 3 years.
not a lot of players have won it outside the
No,
Manchester City.
no,
So yeah, that counts for them. Uh, I would say it was an entertaining Sunday.
it was. I
A
mean,
lot
all the
of
matches were great today. I mean,
yeah,
whichever match you
yeah,
chose,
yeah.
you enjoyed. Definitely.
It was a super Sunday.
It was a Super Sunday. Yeah, it's not every day we get one of those.
One thing before we close, look at the fight for the top six. Nottingham Forest is on 57 points. The team the third is 56, and then 55, and then 54, and then 54. So they got
Yeah.
3 points separating those 5 teams fighting on these 2 or 3 places. On these 3 places, it's going to be tough. I'm not sure Forest. I said it. I'm not sure Forest has what it takes to hang on there.
But they've
Uh,
got the easier matches,
yeah, they've
Maz.
got a couple of easy. They've still got Chelsea. They've still got Tottenham. By the way, Tottenham is an important one. If they lose that one, then
Yeah.
yes, I don't think
They've
they
got
will
eight
win against.
points in the next. I mean, sorry, from my calculations of how they're doing, they've got the potential of 8 points minimum. Okay, from their
Uh,
next 6 matches. Is that going to be enough? I'm not sure because Man City have got way more, especially after their match against Crystal Palace. Chelsea, that's where we talked about this already. That's where the question mark lies. Is Chelsea good enough or not?
yeah,
Are
it's
they going
gonna
to
be
throw it away?
look. It's gonna be the last match of the season, so probably is the match which decides who goes to the
Who
Champions
goes
League.
through? Yes,
So
because
that's gonna
I
be
like
a cup final.
I like
The only thing
Newcastle's
is,
odds.
yeah, the only thing is that Chelsea will be playing the final of the Conference League by then. So that will be 2 matches, 2 important matches for them. They still got City. I mean Nottingham Forest. So that's a tricky test for
Yeah,
them.
this one they're going
Uh,
to lose. We definitely. But the problem in
yeah,
my books is Newcastle look like the real deal. I mean, after they won the Carabao Cup,
yeah, yeah.
they've been on form to get the Champions League spot. Man City, I, they look like they're back. I mean, not as good as they were. It comes back to Aston Villa and what's it called? Sorry, Chelsea. We know what you can get from them. It's a surprise package, so we don't really know if they will or will not. It's between not it's in Nottingham Forest's hands at the moment still, but would they slip up or not is a question that anyone's guess really.
Yeah, well,
Anyone's guess.
on paper, Aston Villa has the toughest schedule left. They play
Of
City,
course,
Tottenham,
they'll
United,
be kicked out of the Champions
Newcastle.
League soon. Also.
So, but I do trust in Unai. He'll get the team working as a unit. He does that
He's
well.
definitely getting Europe, but is it the
Yeah.
Champions League again or the Europa League? I think he should settle for the Europa League if you ask me. It's a trophy he could easily win and it won't impact his squad that much. But if you tell that to Unai Emery, he'll tell you to shut the
No, because if he
yeah,
settles for the Europa League, he's not going to get a big budget in the summer.
exactly. Yeah.
They're not going to give him
Yes.
a big
And they
budget.
need
It's simple as this.
strengthening. They
And
need strengthening.
at least they need to sign Rashford and Asensio. So that these two will probably cost, I don't know, 60, 70 million combined. So we need that money. They're on loan, both of them, and they made a difference. So they need them to stay.
Well, I mean, I have to be honest, it's happy days, Maz.
Yeah.
It looks like from the interview today after the match that Salah didn't want to tell them that he's signing soon. about Van Dijk when he was asked, and he said, "I'll leave it to him to tell you the news. I'm not going to say anything at this point." So that signing, Van Dijk back on board. He
Yeah.
scored a goal. Um,
Number
3 points
20.
is the best thing. I think it's happy days for both of us, man.
Yeah, it is. It is number 20. We're back on top of
I hope
the
so.
church.
Yes, that it's been a long time waiting, that one. Yes,
And
this one's even worse.
we can look forward for next season even. We've got a good squad with 4 or 5 good players. We'll be even stronger next season.
I'm not worried about next season, to be honest, Maz. I think for me, I'm gonna give it a year off. It was supposed to be this year, but then they showed me that there's a potential of winning something, and then I was really relaxed at the beginning, not under pressure, but eventually, yeah.
After winning the league, you can't take a year off.
Well, I have to for my own sake.
No,
Do
no,
you think that they'll be
not
as good as they were this year? No way.
they'll
The
be in
other
the
teams,
they will be in the mix. Look, Liverpool were good, but let's imagine we have a proper number 9 and a proper midfielder and a couple of defenders. Yes, we'll be there. Yes, definitely, we
uh,
will fight
it
for the league.
depends. Look, we're going to go through this because we're going to be watching what's coming up and the signings and the transfer market and all that shit in the summer, and it's going to be a good one because the Club World Cup is taking place in this period. So,
Yeah.
um,
But the Club World Cup really, I mean, we'll talk about it in a different episode. I'm going through what Chelsea's, it saves Chelsea's season in terms of money. They're accruing huge losses, and the Cup World Cup. Now, the money from the Cup World Cup, I don't know how many millions they're gonna getting out of it. It balanced the books for them. So it's an unfair advantage that teams are getting.
I
Based
know,
on
but
what?
why did they get it?
Yeah, because of, I don't know, some equation for the last 4 years or something like
That's
that.
bullshit.
Yeah, it is bullshit. But again, that's the FIFA. It's all bullshit from the FIFA.
Why the last we won it
Yeah,
and we got to two finals in this period of time.
with FIFA, football is just a circus, generating
Yeah,
money. Hosted in 3 countries, tried to expand it to 64 teams,
teams.
all these crazy ideas, how to make money out of these players. That's
It's
it.
us that are paying for it.
It's the thing is that, okay, the only thing is that if you get really serious injuries there, then probably that will force the clubs to think again about sending their best teams there.
Well, it's about the money at the end of the day, right?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
pays the bills. So I'm not really excited about it that much, to be honest. But
no,
I just want to see what we do in the market, and I just want to be honest, I just want to see the bus go through Liverpool with the trophy on top, nothing else. That's all I'm looking forward to. I can't wait for that day to happen. I'm even going to take an off freaking day. Just leave me alone. I don't want to listen to the project that I'm working on. I just want to focus on this one.
soon,
So I think
soon.
that's we call it a day. Thanks a lot, Maz.
Thank you.
I think we covered most of the stuff, and again, we just shout out to everyone out there. Smash a like if you think what was, and please send us comments, please. We read every single one. Also, Maz, subscribe because
Yeah,
we've promised you this before. It can only get better, and it's like what's his name? Amorim coming into United, testing the waters first, and hopefully next season it'll be better. We guarantee next season it will be way better.
yeah. You guys gave him a season. Give us a season.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And thank you very much, buddy.
Thank you. Cheers.
Always a pleasure
Bye-bye.
talking to you,
Bye.
bud. Take care, man.
Bye-bye. Bye.
See you. Bye.
Bye.